This is HaShulchan Yardeh Siman Lamates Sif Chaf Heit Chaf Tes. This is Supplemental Day 264 of the HaShulchan Yomi series. No. Im Koze. It's about what we said about sirchas, real sirchas, suffix sirchas, holes. Yeshua Seshlam Misham Mavur Shi Treifa. Actually, Skilis by Cloud, those who are rabbis who say that a sircha means it's treifa, even though no breakage, no puncture, nothing has begun happening at all. So Rashba Zabasifra and Shares the Rashba says came the Ifshashin, okay, so it's not possible that it's not going to develop whole. Therefore, may ata from now Yeshua Treifos, it has Treifos Vasus Rabin. Kachmin is Lacham Treifos. This is the measure of Chachamim in Treifos. Kol Sheish Lo Inosh Sofal Litoreba, anything which has a matter which eventually will cause you to become treif, Bevadai Astura. It's certainly forbidden. End quote. We rarely quote in how it works, but here it goes. The treifos of the lung, required to check. Because there are mucuses and you call them circles which called adhesions. We have to concern about them that they will not drag on the membrane of the lung and puncture it. If you have to see you find them in a manner which it's possible as a result of their movement, they will pierce the lung. Treifa and treif. So we say okay, and which is eventually going to develop a puncture. In any event, we could say like as if it already has that hole. As if it's dead. It can't be saved from death. What's known as that illness, which causes those mucus deposits, comes as seen in a cave, when the place they're beginning to get holes. As it's beginning of an illness, which means to death. Although illness, we say, is not something which we consider something treifos, right? It means a state. I don't know if we'd say illness, but it's a mortal wound. That's what it is. So the animals developed a mortal wound. In any event, but since that place now so near him, that's when the mucus is developed. End quote. Peace I also shopper. It works out fine. Now I've left the animal is going to go cloud, even though it has to start to get a hold all. The adhesion is the illness, the malady. Is going to die as a result. So by definition, the lung is not complete, but treifly, and therefore it's treif. In brackets, he said, a little bit of mechkar there. According to one opinion, is the ra'ah. Siva Bedek Habayis, and that's the case, he's the same author as the Bedek Habayis, which is a commentary on Torah Habayis of the Rashba. And there, because of Rashi, there he writes like Rashi, Ayin Shom, that there is a hole, not there will be a hole. Interesting. Chava, Rashi. According to this opinion, there's no real difference between this sheet and sheet of Rashi. The Gam sheet is also according to this opinion. In Raki Sircha Badois, if it's as long as you know it's a definite Sircha, it's not an order of the lobes. And both ends are on the lung itself. It's definitely Treifo. What's great on the second and and two different not on the lung. We suffix Treifo. It's a question of Treifo. I said that right before. I don't know where Rick's right. I think I did. I'm going back. It's a definite treifa. On those considerations. The other when it's connected with Kotzer Shein on the second side, Mokam Acher to another place. Shlo Berea, Nanamon. You saw the treifa, it's a question with treifa. The Shemati Sprek Mitzada Acher, name is going to snap apart on the other side. V'lo Mitzada and where the adhesion is to the chest cavity, whatever. Vino Sircha, the decision of the Sircha, it goes in order of the lobes. Here's class Hefesh of Shita Zushi, the Swash, Kamosh, beside the Shema. There's a little bit of difference between this and Rashi's opinion, as we shall see. The Gam and Piruk, in terms of getting snapped up, Yosef Spoiling Mitzad Harea, it's more likely to get snapped off on the lung. On the other side, Shakuma Rach, because its membrane is soft. That's from the Rashba. Chav Zayin. However, also this logically wrote to the sheet assume, and this is according to being shalot sejin when it's adhering not in proper order. One low to a different low. Ain't a trefa vadois. It's still not a definite trefa. That dain ain't a trefa. It's not yet a trefa. Chashin shema is breakable. We're concerned the maze begun disintegrating. Nasanek, when there's going to be holes there. And this time it got closed up. I Coach Kasar, like we said, the Sif Lam Lam and Hey, Sif Lam Hey, Sif up. Sif Chavdal, Matzah Shem Rabban Shazal. And I heard that they say this name in Ramban. I found saying the Ramban. Zeshar Tash Bates, the Sefer Yav and Shmuel. The Tash Bates writes in the Sefers and brought down by the base of Ephraim and the Kuchas Sarayas, Sif Lam Tes, Sim Lam Tes, Oath Gimel. Ramban Zal, Udaituk Das Tesis, and First Shmuel Kach. Amman also Tesis and learns that Shalok Kasidra and Lace Libdikusa. And if they're not in order, the lobes, there's no checking. The Shem is target size. Maybe already became severed a little bit, broken apart. And the lung got a puncture somewhat, the place where it's connected. Feel low mafkaziki, even though no wind is coming forth. End quote. Well, in this language, even it's shalokazidron is only subject trefa, not a vade trefa. There's another opinion here of the Rivas. The Kshotza Jidron, when the lobes are not connecting in order. Sobek, Rashi holds like Rashi in the Boil Machmas Nekem. This came as a behold. When their lobes are in order, Sobek Ates, they Boil Machmas Nekem. It doesn't come on account of the whole. Elam Machmas Havshotas Alechus. It becomes a result of the expansion of the moisture, and which presses against the place where it's resting. There's no hole at all. It's unlikely to all break apart because it's in order. It's not concerned all that might break up and get a hole. Raj that's not true. But also is a concern that might break up and get a hole. Ayin Sham B'Turkey. Choftes v'day yishon kol yishem because Shema b'Shema Mishem Rabbit Coach Kasavnu. All the Yishem Mian Rabbit as we brought down. These are Sichas Shol Kasidron. If it's Sichas not in the order of the lobes, have a body shape. It's definitely shape. Yes, she would be astonishing though, right? If Steve in vain, right? In his own savior, right? Because it's a Lashon Zeh, right? So let's see, Rea Shenisucha Ruba, the lung which is mostly adhering, Leheter, to a permitted spot. Diamond Un from the dolphin, such as from Una to the wall of the cavity. Nagu Narbona, Laduna Achrov, Narbona. The custom is to judge it as part of the majority. This is the halacha. Because sirchos are suffix. Shem ein nekem. Maybe there's no hole. I feel nekem, and even there's a hole. Shem mina una yatsa alecha. Maybe the moisture came from the una. If it barely holds, it's not a problem. I can't show. There's custom before sirchos misfekos, and he writes that sirchos are sfekos. And we also base prime uses this. The early seems to be shlo custom say el sirchos ein shnei so say berel. That's what we talk about adhesions where it doesn't have two ends on the lung itself. Like there where it's it got entangled in the wall. There's a suffix, there's a suffix. Avo, the both ends are on the lung itself. It's definitely a trefa. When all of these opinions we said, a dangling sircha, not touch anything, is permissible. Well, we'll see what happens to that next time we learn. Meantime, that's it for today.